and it won't be due again until October 1. But hey, we should be thankful we have any new shows at all with the way things are going. Dad's a labor union man, so I mean, I know that there's some benefits from unions, but
some.
Okay, some, but you take the good with the bad, same as everything else. There, done. All right, and there's Labor Day too. We had that this month. All right. Yes, I'm a bank employee. Can't join a union because we're an office employee. So yes, I'm known for that. And then there's always stories to tell. Tales from the bank like tales from the crypt. There's one colleague that I have to work with most than others, and it's the one that I seem to like the least. And she came to me in the past week and said, "You've been crabby lately." And it's like, no, just tired. And if I'm crabby with her more than anyone else, it's because she makes a lot of unreasonable demands on me. I mean, I like it when I don't have to do payroll stubs that often. But when I do, she'll have certain standards that nobody else will ask for. It's like, I want to see that they're all sealed before they leave. And it's like, so you want them back? Yeah, that reminds me too much of when I started and she said, "You have to move this box," and then during lunch she said, "You have to move it back." And it's like, I'm on lunch, can't you realize that? No, I guess not. And then I liked having two check printers because, well, that meant that I could run them simultaneously when we had high volume. But the efficiency expert came up and said that no, you're only going to have one now because you didn't use the other one enough. And it's like, oh, great, the safety net is gone now. I mean, it's not too often that one of them would go down, but when they did, I liked having that other one, so then we didn't miss a beat. And all this happened before even the boss told me about it, and it was news even to the branch manager who decided to be tour guide. And it's like, okay, I guess we got to adapt. I know what it's like to work in corporate America for a while. It's all about maximizing profits. And sometimes that means you have a lot less perks because you've got to keep those investors and stockholders happy. And that's why I'm not going to say what company I work for. It's just like you just say bank employee because there's a lot of banks and credit unions out there. People ask me and I just won't tell them. Figure it out on your own. Yeah. So there was that. And of course, some people live to eat, I eat to live, but there's still good stories about having to eat. Like around St. Paul, they like their booyah, and I just figured it was just something you would say. Booyah! No, it's a vegetable beef soup that they like in the fall. So I went to one of those booyahs this weekend, and there was a long wait just for single servings. And people show up with plastic ice cream containers and take gallons of it home. It's like, no, that's too much because I'm only going to be eating it by myself. And they had a sign up that said, "Will not serve booyah until 12 noon. Well, that tells me somebody was probably in line before then. And I was told, yes, they were. Well, I got there shortly after 12 noon, and there was a line even for the single servings. So I chatted up the dude in front of me, and I found out that he likes his microwave oven even more than me. I told a story about how a microwave oven of mine conked out 7 years ago, and I want to see how long I could last without it. Not very long, 2 days. Now it's back to sort of get another one. Because you can run a lot of food through a microwave oven. Not everything, but most of it. Yeah, I found out he liked his microwave oven even more than me. How much? I'll tell you. He said he has a spare in case it goes down. And it's like, well, I guess that he won't last 2 days without a microwave oven if he always has a spare then. I've never heard of anybody having a spare microwave oven. But yeah, the booyah was good. So yeah, it was worth showing up. And I'll probably go to another booyah in 2 weeks because I like good food. I don't have to cook. Yes, the other food story. I went to a college football game at the Twin Stadium this weekend. Yeah, it looked kind of weird to see them play something besides baseball there. First time I saw a non-baseball event at the Twin Stadium. Would have been nice to see a closer game, but I don't remember it for the food I got there. I had a sandwich before I went because I know the food is expensive at sports venues. But when I got there, it's like, oh, they got cheesy popcorn. And the seller wanted to keep reminding me that it was Cheetos popcorn. It's like, how's it different from cheesy popcorn? Not much of a difference. There are a few straight Cheetos in there. Otherwise, it basically was just cheesy popcorn. But I guess it must have been a case of she didn't want me to have buyer's remorse, for lack of a better term. And it's like, no, I mean, I don't ask for much. I mean, I usually know what I'm getting before I decide to buy it. It's like, what's the problem? But some people are very demanding, and I guess she just figured I might be one of those people. Oh, and sometimes, well, you have to drink to be social. Well, yeah, so much for the seamless transitions, one right to the other. And I do meetup events, and this is the third time, on Thursday, the third time this year that I went to a microbrewery, because there are a lot of them. And people know that sometimes you've got to book events if you want to have plenty of people showing up. So I went to a microbrewery, and I'm the type that will just look at art on the wall, and this time it was a map of breweries in America, and then a lady shows up at the table, and it's like, okay, I guess I got somebody to talk to now, cool. So we chatted for a while, it's like, well, I'd like to do a Halloween costume party. It's like, okay, great, I guess that means you're organizing that, because I'm not much of an organizer, so to be continued on that, and then, oh, all right. Well, let's see. Finish on a good one. Well, yeah, I guess that'll have to do it. Thank you. You've all been great. Woo!